Delegate from Charlottesville, Delegate
Thanks.
Toscano.
Speaking to the resolution.
Delegate has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, I hope that you will, I hope that you will reject the resolution. I would prefer that this be passed by for the day, but we know what's going to happen here, so there's no sense in going through the machinations of it. And let me just make the argument as to why you should not pass this today. Yesterday at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock, we were in this body, and there was some discussions about the continuing order. And at that point in time, I remember getting up and asking the delegate from Rockingham, the delegate from Shenandoah, about whether we would consider SCC nominations shortly. And the point was made at the time that the Senate has been dragging their heels for a year in giving us someone that we thought we might be able to support. At that point, he didn't make an unequivocal statement that we wouldn't. He did say he didn't expect that we would. And he did explain today on the floor about what happened. And what happened is we're basically caving into the Senate. The Senate decided that they wanted to get something done, and you all are caving to them. So they came over to you with a nominee that is a mystery candidate that had never been discussed in the public before, except for her prior confirmations. It is true that this woman appears to be a very talented circuit court judge. It is true that she has served in distinction in administrations in the past and has presented points of view that are diametrically opposed to a lot of points of view we share over here, whether it's on same-sex marriage, whether it's on climate change, whether it's on the ACA. But she was doing a job. I think she probably shares those views independent of her legal obligation to present her point of view as a representative of the Attorney General. But we really don't know. And the reason we don't know, Mr. Speaker, is that we've never really had a chance to talk with this person. At 4:45, we received notice, that's yesterday, that this person would be interviewed for certification by the joint Senate and House Commerce and Labor Committees. 4:45. Who knows when the notice went out to the public? Who knows? I'm not sure anybody here knows. But you know what, Mr. Speaker? It didn't matter. Because this is the exercise of raw political power in its glorious majesty. Pure and simple, raw political power. You got the votes, and you're going to force it down people's throats, even though they didn't have an opportunity to vet this person, to talk about this person. Well, Mr. Speaker, let me tell you, social media is lighting up about this candidate. And we can only assume what else is going to be out there. Now, from my point of view, Mr. Speaker, the reason why we should wait is to give her a chance so that she is not assassinated in the press, because we know what that can be like. There are things out there that are probably being discussed that aren't true about this person. So why not wait? Give her a chance. Usually with judges, we give them an opportunity to come around and say hi to us and tell us what they think about things. Now, you may say, okay, yeah, she's qualified, she's been a circuit court judge. The State Corporation Commission is not a walk in the park. If you look at her resume, which we just saw, there is no experience on healthcare regulation. There is no experience on energy regulation. There is no academic publications on any of this stuff. Now, she has practiced family law, and I love people who practice family law because I do it. But I would no more hold myself out as an expert on healthcare regulation just because I do family law. This is one of the most important appointments we will make, and we're doing it in less than 24 hours' notice. Mr. Speaker, I hope that you will vote no on this nomination.